Incheon International Airport is celebrating its 15th anniversary with a new goal to become one of the top 5 airports in the world. Here's what you need to know about the next evolution of Incheon International Airport. Korea is rapidly moving towards a cashless society as cash usage continues to decline rapidly. How will this affect our lives? We review the major items on the agenda from the Nuclear Security Summit last March and analyze the Korean government's accomplishments and the tasks that still remain. The Hallyu pop culture wave is enjoying a second renaissance. On the 20th anniversary of Arirang TV's founding, we meet with experts to diagnose the present and future of Hallyu.
Incheon International Airport opened to the world in 2001. It recorded 49 million passengers in 2015. Now in its 15th year, it dreams of a second leap forward. Incheon International Airport was selected as a 5-star airport in the 2016 World Airport Awards and awarded Best Transit Airport for the 4th year in a row.
인천공항은 한국의 국적 항공사들의 베이스입니다. 거기를 통해서 모든 국제 노선이 출발하고 도착이 되기 때문에 거기서 갈아타는 승객들은 한국의 국적 항공사를 이용한다는 거죠. 그래서 항공 운송 산업에 도움이 되고요.
The number of transit passengers determines the hub status of an airport. However, transit passengers in Incheon dropped for the first time from 7.7 million in 2013 to 7.2 million in 2014. This led to the airport management unveiling a plan for expanding the number of transit passengers to 10 million by 2020. This involves a major expansion of airport infrastructure and transit incentive policies.
네트워크를 통해서 저희 오는 여객 손님들이 인천공항에 머물렀다가 가는 스탑오버 할 수 있도록 주변 지역을 개발을 하고 또 카고, 화물도 중요하기 때문에 화물을 개발할 수 있는 물류단지 조성을 주안점을 두고 추진을 하고 있습니다.
관광객뿐 아니고 비즈니스 목적의 여행객들이 드나드는 곳이라서 그것이 얼마나 활성화되느냐에 따라서 관광 산업과 일반 경제 활동이 이제 좌우된다 그렇게 보여지는 거죠.
Incheon International Airport plans to expand self-check-in zones to combat long waiting times, as well as implement mobile check-in counters. The number of immigration counters will be increased from 104 to 158, while the current 23 baggage carousels will be increased to 33. This will shorten the time taken for arrival and departure.
빠른 입국과 출국의 어떤 프로세스, 즉 절차를 간소화하는 것이 가장 중요하다고 생각하고요. 그런 부분에서 인천공항은 그 부분에서 가장 역점을 두고 시설을 개선하고 운영을 하고 있습니다.
Incheon International Airport is known for its outstanding amenities for transit passengers. It not only provides convenient facilities, regular performances are held to entertain travelers year-round.
It's great. Very clean, very organized, huge.
It's my first time here and I find it quite relaxing. I'm glad I have a few hours to kill, so I'm glad I found this area, which is nice and quiet.
A traditional costume parade entertains travelers. Prayer rooms provide peace for passengers to practice their religions. Restaurants cater to the varying taste buds of travelers from around the world. This includes a halal restaurant to cater to Muslim travelers. According to a recent ranking of airports by Skytrax, the top spot was taken by Changi Airport of Singapore for the 4th year in a row. A giant airport with over 5,000 landing and takeoffs per week, all processes here flow seamlessly like clockwork. The second was Incheon International Airport in Korea. Befitting the glorious title, passengers to Incheon are growing steadily every year. As the gateway to Korea, Incheon will protect its prestigious reputation by providing the best possible service to all travelers.
인천공항의 경쟁력을 강화시키기 위해서 다른 공항과 차별되는 요소를 더욱 부과시킬 예정입니다. 예를 들어서 인천공항에 모바일존을 새롭게 만들 예정인데요. 공항 체킹 카운터 지역에 모바일로 체킨을 수속할 수 있는 모바일존을 4군데를 새로이 개설을 할 거고요. 또한 출입국 이용하는 이용객들한테 자동 등록 심사대를 더욱 증가로 개설을 할 예정입니다.
인천공항의 큰 과제라고 하면 환승공항으로 허브공항으로 환승률을 얼마나 높이는가, 이제 그게 지금 현재로서는 고민하고 있는 부분인데, 그것은 이제 관광 정책이라든가 항공 정책하고 전부 연계되어야 하고요. 동시에 또 경쟁하고 있는 인접 국가들의 공항 정책이나 관광 정책에 영향을 받습니다. 복합적인 정책을 만들어 나가야 되는데, 거기에는 정부뿐 아니고 공항 당국, 특히 민간 부분에서는 여행 관광 업계가 같이 참여해야 되는 이런 좀 조건이 있다고 하겠습니다.
Incheon International Airport is now working towards its next goal to become one of the world's 5 major airports and top 10 transit hubs. We look forward to its successful leap forward while maintaining its award-winning safety and hospitality.
Cash is disappearing from our daily lives. With the introduction of many payment methods to replace cash, we're getting closer to a cashless society. Life in a world without cash, what kind of changes will it bring? When using public transport or paying for goods, people these days tend to use credit cards or smartphones rather than cash. Some don't even bother to bring wallets or cash at all.
현금보다는 카드를 쓰면 혜택도 많이 들고 포인트도 적립되니까 솔직히 현금보다는 카드로 많이 써요.
현금을 들고 다니면은 잔돈 때문에 불편해서 안 쓰고 거의 카드로 쓰는 편이죠.
This is a cafe in Seoul. Most of the customers here use cards to pay for their drinks. Cash users are hard to come by.
네, 아무래도 현금보다는 카드를 주로 사용하시는 손님들이 더 많으시고요. 퍼센테이지로 따지면은 요즘엔 더 많아지셔서 아무래도 70-80%?
The usage ratio of cash for payments in Korea is only 17%. That's a third of what it used to be just 10 years ago.
예, 우리나라도 상당히 현금 없는 사회에 근접해 있습니다. 대부분의 경제 활동 인구들이 신용카드를 보유하고 있고 전자적 결제 수단의 사용 비중이 60%를 넘어서고 있습니다.
Fintech, a convergence of finance and IT technology, is accelerating the arrival of a cashless society. Mobile payments are the most commonly used form of fintech. Consumers can pay just by tapping their phones to a reader, no cash or credit card required. There are now over 20 mobile payment services in Korea, with IT companies and retailers alike jumping into the market. The size of the market continues to grow rapidly each year.
점점 더 우리가 편리하고 빠르고 이런 걸 추구하게 됐잖아요. 그러니까 정보를 갖다 우리가 볼 때 다 이렇게 손 안에서 모바일 스마트폰을 틀고 보고 있지 않습니까? 거기서 바로 또 그냥 결제를 해버리는 거죠. 또 이렇게 또 다른 주머니에서 카드 꺼내고 이런 것도 불편하다는 거죠.
The Bank of Korea has been examining plans to minimize coin usage by 2020. In this plan, prepaid rechargeable cards will be used as a replacement for coins. When money is left over after buying goods, the change is transferred to the prepaid card.
그동안 휴대가 불편하고 발행 비용이 많고 그다음에 보관이나 수거, 유통 등 사회적 비용이 과다하게 소요되는 동전 사용을 우선적으로 줄이는 방안을 검토하게 되었습니다.
Advanced societies around the world are going cashless. Cash transactions make up only 2% of the Swedish economy, as most banks don't even handle cash at all. There was even a case in which a bank robber failed to obtain any money.
Det är bra. Dels ur rånsynpunkt och sen vet jag inte hur det påverkar i övrigt.
Denmark is looking into a law enabling retailers to reject cash payments. Meanwhile, cash transactions are limited to 1,000 euros in France.
전자적 결제 수단을 사용함으로 인해 가지고 세금 탈세를 방지할 수 있는 수단으로 사용할 수 있고요. 또 두 번째로는 판매자와 소비자가 현금 보유, 현금 결제에서 비롯되는 불편함 또 비용을 절감할 수 있는 그런 이점이 있습니다.
However, there are concerns about a cashless future. For instance, the creation of a Big Brother system or that individuals could be exposed to information leaks and financial scams.
현금 없는 사회가 이제 도래게 되면 종전에 사람들이 현금을 쓸 때 익명성을 보장합니다. 누가 얼마 썼는지 현금으로는 추적하기 어려운데 이런 부분에 모든 게 전자결제되면 개인의 이런 모든 그 기본 정보가 노출이 되는 이런 문제가 있을 수 있고요. 잔액에 상관없이 우리가 쓰는 경향이 나타날 수 있기 때문에 인플레나 과소비가 좀 조장될 가능성이 있고
Korea's dependence on cash is relatively low, placing it well on the way to a cashless society. In the not-so-distant future, cash could become relics relegated to museums. How should we prepare for a cashless society?
이렇게 굉장히 편리한 게 많아지면 많아질수록 보안이라든지 그 리스크 관리 이런 것들에 대해서 신경을 써야 하는 그런 사회로 바뀌게 될 것 같습니다.
현금 결제 상한제 같은 제도적인 보완을 통해 가지고 전자적 결제 수단이 널리 보급되고 이로 인해서 탈세와 같은 그런 국가 경제에 나쁜 영향을 미치는 요인들을 제거하는 방향으로 제도가 보완이 되어야 된다고 생각을 합니다.
Cash is increasingly losing ground thanks to credit cards and fintech. It's now time to discuss solutions for possible issues that could arise in a cashless society.
The fourth Nuclear Security Summit was held on the 31st of last March in Washington, D.C. We review the major items on the agenda for the meeting and go over the Korean government's accomplishments on the nuclear security diplomatic stage, as well as the tasks that still remain. The Nuclear Security Summits have their roots 7 years ago. U.S. President Barack Obama, in a 2009 speech delivered in Prague, cited nuclear terrorism as the greatest threat to global security and emphasized the need for strengthened nuclear security. A year later, the first Nuclear Security Summit was held in Washington, D.C. Korea hosted the second summit in Seoul and was lauded for contributing to the meeting's establishment as a successful international gathering. At the third summit, held in The Hague in 2014, Korea pushed for a solution to the North Korean nuclear development issue.
이번 정상회의를 준비하느라 북핵 문제를 해결하는 것이 핵무기 없는 세상을 만드는 데 꼭 필요하고 그래서 핵무기 없는 세상의 비전은 한반도에서 시작되어야 한다는 신념을 가지고 있습니다.
Based upon all these three meetings, this year fourth Nuclear Security Summit meeting, which I think is the last one, has a very specific meaning.
The most recent fourth summit was an occasion for leaders of 52 countries, including Korea, as well as representatives of international organizations, to acknowledge the threats against nuclear security and discuss possible solutions. In order to encourage international cooperation and pressuring Pyongyang, South Korea also held separate summit meetings with leaders from the U.S., China, and Japan.
이제 중요한 것은 결의를 철저히 이행해 나감으로써 북한이 핵포기 없이는 생존할 수 없음을 깨닫게 하는 것이라고 봅니다.
The leaders of the three countries were in agreement that security cooperation must be strengthened to ensure that North Korea gives up its nuclear development.
We are united in our efforts to deter and defend against North Korean provocations. We recognize that our security is linked
One important thing is that the US, Japan, and Korea, three countries have agreed that more important measures is needed in addition to UN Security Council resolution sanctions. Based upon their unilateral sanctions, I think three countries think that there would be some further provocations of North Korea, and there might need some more necessary measures to deter North Korean provocative behaviors in the future.
President Park Geun-hye has long stressed the importance of China's role in implementing sanctions against North Korea. It's because China's active and consistent cooperation is a major key to pressuring Pyongyang.
한국과 중국이 입장에 조금 차이를 보인 것은 우리 한국의 입장은 아직까지 대북 제재에서 압박에다가 우선 초점을 맞추고 있는데 반해서 중국은 압박 자체보다는 대화에 초점을 맞추고 있는 그러한 인상을 주었기 때문에 어떤 대북 제재를 충실히 이행한다고 하는 원칙에는 서로 합의를 하고 일치했지만 이 방점이 조금 다르지 않았나.
I'm not sure, however, whether China is going to remain in the same team for any length of time. It's telling that President Xi Jinping recently mentioned the idea of the six-party talks and emphasized the need for negotiations. It might be a signal that China sometime will again switch from the current policies which emphasize economic pressure and sanctions to the negotiations.
Upon the end of the fourth summit, leaders of the participating countries adopted the 2016 Washington Communiqué. President Park Geun-hye expressed her intent to support the activities of the International Atomic Energy Agency. Korea is to play a role of leadership in advancing the global nuclear security system. What tasks must still be addressed in Korea's nuclear security diplomacy?
앞으로 한국과 미국과 같이 또 한국과 중국이 같이 해나가기 위해서는 한미중 간의 3자 간의 그런 정상회담도 필요하다. 이것을 앞으로 어떻게 한국이 주도해 나갈 수 있는지 그런 것이 우리 외교에게 남겨진 과제라고 하겠습니다.
In the future, by strengthening and emphasizing the nuclear security, we also have to look at other countries' diversified interests relevant to nuclear security, not only focusing on the U.S. needs and on some other, small numbers of countries' needs for the nuclear security.
Through the recent summit meetings with the U.S., China, and Japan, South Korea has been able to step up cooperation in pressuring North Korea. It remains to be seen how Seoul's nuclear security diplomacy will unfold in the future.
Following a brief lull, the Hallyu Korean culture wave is enjoying a second renaissance.
I love Korean food.
Korean drama.
K-pop.
K-pop.
The popularity of K-pop and Korean TV shows is now evolving into K-culture, through which Korea's culture and lifestyles are shared. On the 20th anniversary of its founding, Arirang TV, which has ceaselessly communicated with viewers overseas, examined the present and future of Hallyu. The recent TV show Descendants of the Sun has been a smash hit not only in Korea but overseas as well. The Chinese video site iQIYI, which streams the show simultaneously as it is being aired in Korea, recorded 1.6 billion views over the course of 12 episodes.
It's like in the Chinese SNS, there are many people who are talking about Hallyu. Like recently, there's a famous drama called 태양의 후예. Like my SNS is popped up with all information about that drama and like people.
It's a good way to promote Korea. So I wish it continues actually. I really want it to continue.
Lead actor Song Joong-ki has been enjoying immense popularity in China. Chinese public safety authorities even issued warnings over Weibo regarding the possible effects Korean TV shows might lead to.
태양의 후예 같은 경우에는 우르크라고 하는 제3의 공간 속에서 이 남녀 간의 사랑 이야기를 가지고 있고 보편적인 그런 가치와 좀 트렌디한 새로운 패션 뭐 이런 것들이 같이 결합되고 있기 때문에 좀 더 차별화된 컨텐츠 매력이 있어서 좀 더 주목을 많이 받고 있다고 생각이 듭니다.
온라인 플랫폼을 통한 실시간의 시청이 가능해졌다는 점이 가장 큰 이유인 것 같습니다. 그래서 한국에서 인기 있는 콘텐츠가 해외에서도 바로 동시에 인기가 있게 되는 그런 현상이 되면서 일종의 붐이 만들어지게 되는 것 같습니다.
K-pop, which has offered little to talk about after Psy's Gangnam Style, is once again a buzz. Boy band Big Bang and CL of the girl group 2NE1 recently were among the candidates for Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world. The K-pop craze is spreading even to the Middle East, where cultural and religious differences previously made such expansion difficult. One K-pop concert that was recently held in the UAE sold out all of its 5,000 seats in no time. What's more, the exports of various cultural content such as broadcasts, music, and games set a new record high of $5.7 billion last year.
In the 90s, when I liked it, the only people who could have access to K-pop were basically people who lived in Korea or had some connection to Korea. Now you have the infrastructure. You've got things like YouTube, SNS, all kinds of services that allow YouTube to reach niche audiences. And I think they're able to get directly to the people who are in the fan base or could be in the fan base because of these new medias.
Hallyu, which began with popular stars and entertainment content, has now expanded to fields such as Korean traditional culture, language, and fashion. It is the so-called Hallyu 3.0. Foreign visitors to Korea visit ancient palaces dressed in traditional hanbok attire that they had first seen in shows like The Jewel in the Palace. Also quite common these days are foreigners who are learning the Korean language in order to enjoy song lyrics and dialogues in TV shows without the hindrance of subtitles.
I mean, there are some Korean artists that I enjoy listening to and some Korean movies and dramas that I enjoy watching. So it helped.
최근에 한류는 일종의 융합 한류라는 형태로 계속해서 변화하고 있는 것 같습니다. 그래서 한류 인기 스타 그리고 콘텐츠와 다른 상품들이 연계된 그런 현상들이 나타나고 있고요.
Broadcast media have played an important role in the spread of Hallyu. Currently in the 20th year since its establishment, Arirang TV has been busy promoting Korea across the world through foreign language broadcasts. With more and more people becoming interested in Korea following the Hallyu wave, Arirang has been communicating with viewers through even more diverse programs. For the Showbiz Korea team, who have been reporting on Korean entertainment news for 14 years, Hallyu is especially meaningful.
Well, these days, I think Arirang TV plays a really important role. Many people overseas want to learn more about Korea. So Arirang TV is, in a way, a bridge between this country and the rest of the world. Also with Hallyu, the Korean wave spreading, Arirang really has an essential role to play.
Well, we already have some great programs at Arirang, but I feel like we can show more beautiful cities of Korea because Korea has a lot of beautiful regions and cities and also some of the hottest trends. Whether it's beauty trends or if it's cultural trends, I think we can work on improving contents on that.
Pop culture trends change by the day. Some countries are implementing regulations regarding Hallyu contents due to a perceived threat against their own economic or cultural identities. Amid such complications, what attitudes and measures are needed for Hallyu to maintain its presence?
다른 사람들과 같이 대화하고 교류하듯이 한류 현상도 마찬가지로 세계인들이 원하는 것을 우리가 담아내고 또 우리도 그들을 이제 인정을 하고 그러면서 이 수평적인 관계였던 문화 커뮤니케이션으로서 한류 현상을 바라보는 것이 오히려 더 적절하고 바람직하다고 보겠습니다.
상대국에 대한 지나친 또 상업적인 그런 마케팅들이 반한류 또는 혐한류와 연결될 수 있는 우려가 있습니다. 그렇기 때문에 상대국을 고려한 어떤 사회 공헌 또는 문화 교류와 같은 다양한 활동들을 통해서 서로가 윈윈할 수 있는 형태를 만들어가는 것이 가장 중요한 과제라고 생각이 됩니다.
Hallyu has been buoyed by a second wind. We hope that this will lead beyond pop culture contents to an even greater interest and affection for Korea, and look forward to Arirang TV's contributions to such developments. Arirang TV's current affairs documentary show 4 Angles is celebrating its 100th episode. We promise to keep working to cover Korean stories and issues from all angles. Please continue to send us your support and feedback.